Hey friends, and welcome back to my channel. We have a very busy afternoon ahead of us, so we're gonna jump right into today's video. If you're new here, my name is Nicholsen. I love to share all things homemaking. I'd love it if you would subscribe and join the channel, and if you're returning, it is so great to see you. Okay, let's jump into this beautiful day. Things I want to do today. I went to HomeGoods. I haven't been to HomeGoods in so long, and grabbed a couple things. I thought these were beautiful pillows. They kind of match the rug, but we're gonna put this in the other room. And I grabbed some blankets. I feel like we just need some cozier blankets. And these, let me show you a little bit about what we're gonna do today. I have a recipe I'm gonna make, a Green Goddess grilled chicken salad today. 2 more heirloom tomatoes, finally found them. And I wanted to change out the decor in here and just make it a little cozier. We've been cozying on this couch quite a bit recently, and I just feel like I want to change up the vibes a bit. Let me take you out to the garden. We should let the chickens out too. And beautiful happy butterflies. Spider web. Okay, let me show you where we're at here in the garden. Hi, girls. Salty girl. Hi. Hi, babies. Hi, Salty. Broody old girl. Let's have my husband pick up some more chicken feed when he goes to that side of town today. Okay, anywho, strawberries looking amazing. I'm loving this planter. I've got some nasturtiums coming out, and our herbs are coming out. I don't know what this is. Oh, it's cilantro. Here is everything we have going on in the garden. We have cucumbers over here looking very happy, and tomatoes, all of our peppers thriving. Look at that beautiful butterfly. So happy. Hello, beautiful butterfly. You sweet thing. Look at all the peppers we have coming out, guys. Crazy. Just exploding. We have these 2 coming out. We have this red hot pepper. And over here we've got padrones coming out. Let me show you. Look at that. Can you believe it? It's June. Well, it's towards the end of June, but still. I'm just shocked. Then over here, this plant came with some... Are you following me? You beautiful butterfly? I put these out to see if they would start to pop out. I'm going to give that another water. But these tomatoes are looking great. We have 2 more tomatoes we're going to plant down there. And over here, we've got, these are going to turn into little tiny eggplants. But look at this. Look at all of these zucchinis coming out. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, a bunch in there. This one's a little bit more slow, but these are all going to turn into cucumbers. I'm sorry. Wow, my brain is like completely fried today. These are squash, and then same over here. These will all turn into, those are squash blossoms. Gosh, I should have done 2 or 3 more of these plants. What was I thinking? And over here we have green beans, which will come out eventually. I was kind of hoping they would start training up this because it'll make it a little easier to harvest, but whatever. Over here, basil's happy. I just trimmed all the herbs, so we will be using that to make our Green Goddess dressing today. But all is well. I'm gonna go ahead really quickly before I get the chicken we're gonna be doing today. Needs to marinate for like a couple hours, so. Hi, girls. All right, let's see what goes on here. So I just watered this yesterday and it's already so dry. Okay, we're gonna come out here and water in a little bit. Hi girls! Look at you all, so happy. Hi pup! Wanna come outside? Oh, look at all the beautiful butterflies and dragonflies. Oh, so peaceful. I'm gonna sit out here later and have some tea. Oh, I'm gonna make some iced coffee too. We have lots to do today, guys. Go on, girls. Hi, Enzo. You say hi? Oh, say hello. What you doing, beautiful girl? Oh, you're too far from me. One of the first things I like to do, at least the last couple weeks, has been to start my cold brew coffee every morning. So first off, making cold brew coffee at home is not as simple as just taking what I put in the coffee pot in the morning and then throwing ice in it. No, girl, it doesn't work like that. One of the things I really look forward to after a day like today is sitting in the garden and enjoying a little bit of cold brew. It's just one of my little routines that I have just loved forever. And if you are like me, you know that cold brew is a very delicate science. So I was pumped when Trade reached out. Trade Coffee happens to be one of my favorite companies. I absolutely love their coffee in general, but they are the #1 coffee destination in the US for both hot and cold coffee drinkers. They have teamed up with over 15 expert roasters to source the best beans across the US, and they created this exclusive cold brew collection, which has been life-changing for me as a cold brew connoisseur. Their beans are designed specifically for cold brew, so don't think that this is like any other coffee, guys. It's completely different. And if you are a cold brew girly like I am, you already know this. Trade actually has their own cold brew kit that they can send to your house. It's easy to make delicious cold brew at home with their cold brew kit. I just make this, I throw it in the refrigerator for a couple hours, and it is ready to go. As somebody who typically needs that midday pick-me-up, I always look to a cold brew, and for many years, I would waste time and money going out to buy these things when I can easily prep this in the morning, put it in the refrigerator, and get one of the most incredible cold brews I've ever had. I always like to add a little ice in my cup and then take this out into the yard, read a little book. It kind of gives me my midday after I get my morning routine, which you guys saw in my last video. Once I get that done, once I kind of get the kids settled after lunch, it's around 1 or 2 o'clock. I definitely need a cup of coffee to wake me up, but it is 100 degrees outside. I'm not looking for a hot cup. I'm looking for a cold brew. And for me, I turn to Trade Coffee for that. And for a limited time only, Trade Coffee is offering a free cold brewer for you all who sign up for the cold brew subscription. If you go to drinktrade.com/Lauren, they are offering that for all of us today. If you want to join me, relax in the yard, and have a delicious cold brew, Trade is the way to go. Thank you to Trade for sponsoring today's video, and let's jump into this very busy day. So the first thing I wanted to do was actually get our dinner marinating, and I was very excited to try this recipe. One of the things I'm most excited about in the garden, okay, I'm excited about everything, but I do have my ranch dressing bin of like all the herbs that I use, or planter rather, for all the herbs I use to make ranch or green goddess. So green goddess dressing is pretty much a ranch-based dressing that uses tarragon, which is one of my favorite herbs, and it's kind of hard to come by. I always get really excited when I can find it at the store to plant because it is expensive. So what I love to do, all herbs are expensive actually, and we're going to talk about that later in this video. But all I'm going to do is take all the herbs that I had harvested from the garden before they go bad. We're going to put them in a blender. I'm going to add a little sour cream. You can do this with mayonnaise. You can do this with yogurt. I mean, you can really do it with anything. Do it with buttermilk, milk, half and half. It kind of just depends on the way you like to make it. But I will have my green goddess dressing that I've had forever linked down below. Totally free to go grab that, print it, and use it anytime you'd like. But we're going to get that blended up. I'm going to use half of this for a marinade and half of this for the dressing for the salad. And I cannot wait. This actually turns out delicious, and I'm going to link the recipe that I found online down below. Just know that I used a different marinade than the one that is called in this recipe. So we're going to get that going, get the chicken marinating, and then we're going to head into this busy day. So I wanted to go room by room and start decluttering. This is going to be one of probably 6 videos I have coming up where I have gone into every single room in this house and decluttered and thrown things away, donated things, gave things to friends. I have hit that stage of life where I no longer have little kids. So I have, first readers. I have art tables that none of my kids fit at. I have toys that they no longer want to use and play with. So we are going to go through every single room. I'm actually taking you guys upstairs into our kind of like we have this gigantic 20 by 15 foot bonus room that nobody knows what to do with. We are going to be transforming that into a space that the whole family can come together and use as a family. I'm really looking forward to that. I also am going to declutter the entire bookshelf, you guys. I got some new baskets. We are going to go room by room. And today we're going to start with this area. In the last video, we did the pantry, we did all the drawers here in the kitchen. I got rid of things we don't need and use that often. And so we are just going to go room by room just like that and just have a more simple life. I'm going to be honest with you. I have finished 2 rooms now, and just walking around the house just feels lighter. It feels less stressful. And the one thing I want to keep in the forefront of my mind is to continue to not purchase things I don't need. And we're going to obviously talk about that throughout the fall and Christmas and Halloween seasons, because that tends to be the time of year where I overconsume. Okay, so for dinner tonight, I am going to be doing this barbecued, this is again the Green Goddess marinade chicken. I'm just going to be adding it into a bag. That chicken breasts that I purchased were really, really thick. And so I decided to just cut them in half. And I'm going to be adding in this marinade. We're going to throw that in the refrigerator. Very, very easy. I'll also link these little bag holders. They come in handy for so many different things. Absolutely love those. Got them on Amazon for a pack of 12. I think they were like $6. So I will link those if you guys are interested in that. Once that's done, we are going to tidy up the kitchen and start kind of zhuzhing this part of the house, getting organized. I hate to say this. I know it's June 30th right now, but starting July, we are going to be getting ready for back to school. I know we have plenty of time, but I have 4 kids, and it is quite the operation to get my house ready to go for back to school. I have everything from uniforms, shoes, clothes, sports, bags, all of their lists. And I feel like since the teachers have already provided me with the list for back to school, I might as well start preparing so I don't get stressed out. I am going to add a little bit of this into the refrigerator. This is the dressing we'll use. I use this on recipes all week. It was so delicious, so easy to make. You will absolutely love this. We're going to throw that in the refrigerator, and then we're going to get cleaning. Tell us in the comments down below. It is June 30th. How was the first half of 2025 for you? I hope that you can reflect on the year thus far and find some moments to be happy and grateful for. I know I did. Something I've been doing with the kids this summer has been kind of teaching them some of the little, I'm not going to call them hacks because I feel like that's a silly thing to say, but little things that we do around the house, especially myself as a homemaker, to help the kids learn not only responsibility, but a million other things. So one of the things I thought I would share here is anytime I make anything that is going to become a problem later, so it's making eggs in a pan, making oatmeal, making pancakes is a big one in our house, or here I have dressing. Right after you're done, immediately, like when the last pancake goes into the pan, take the bowl that you have the pancake mix and immediately wash it out. It takes 2 seconds, but if you leave that in the sink for the whole afternoon, it is going to take you a while to get all that stuff scrubbed off, and God forbid, which has happened in our house, our kids leave it in the sink all day. I tell them you need to go put your stuff in the dishwasher. They put it in the dishwasher and it cooks the pancake mix onto the bowl. Just a little piece of advice when you think about day-to-day routines around your house, ways to make life easier. Right when you're done making that dressing, when you do, take everything to the sink and just clean it out. Get all of that stuff out. It'll be so much easier to clean later. It's just one thing I always do after doing anything, like making eggs. Put it in the sink, fill the pan up with water, let it soak for a little bit. That way you don't have to stress about it later. Okay, now that we're done with the dirty part of the day, it's time to start decorating. I had a couple really cute ideas for this room. I wanted to bring in, again, just more warmth, simplicity. I love this corner of the kitchen because I have my aura frame and I always love looking at all the photos on it. But I also wanted to continue that theme of that kind of French country living. I love the mixture of different textures like wood and wicker, things like that, candles, photos, paintings, like anything with really good texture that's not too loud. So when it's 4th of July, I obviously love decorating for 4th of July, but the red of 4th of July and Christmas sometimes can get really overwhelming for me and my senses. So I like to edit that down and bring in more browns, light blues, softer blue tones, and greens. So I am going to move throughout the kitchen and this living space to kind of bring in some of those elements of texture and beautiful colors. The other thing I needed to do was to bring back the crafts caddy. Okay, so I usually do this for back to school, but the kids have been doing so many crafts, I needed to take a minute and get that edited and get all of their craft paper, glue, tape, that. My husband's, he had a bunch of mail stuff for work and whatnot that I needed to put somewhere. So I ended up bringing that out of the garage a little bit early and adding all the things we need for the kids to do their crafts. If you guys saw that video I did where I shared all the fun things I got from the Dollar Tree, which I heard went from $1.25 to $1.50, which I feel like at what point is it no longer the Dollar Tree, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, I found all these fun craft things, so I added a couple of those. I kind of bring those out a little bit at a time. That way the kids don't blow through them in the first week. And that has been really, really fun. I will tell you, my kids have been playing kitchen with that kitchen stuff out by the pool all summer long. It's been super lovely. So I've got everything in this kitchen area pretty much cleaned up. I wanted the table to just get cleaned, remove everything. The last thing I kind of need to do is remove the red, white, and blue ties for the curtains, but we'll get to that another day. I didn't necessarily want to do that on this day. I had been drying some Italian oregano and some thyme here, and it's finally ready for me to kind of pull apart and put into a jar, but I didn't have time to do that today, so I'm just going to add it to a little Pyrex, and we're going to get to that another day, because today I wanted to stay focused on getting rid of some of this 4th of July summer decor and bringing in just a little bit of a more muted palette. I'm really excited to show you how this turns out. I found these very neutral placemats I wanted to put in here. Instead of doing a full tablescape, which I typically do in here, I decided to just go with these neutral placemats. I think they look so beautiful. I found these at HomeGoods. Everything I'm sharing today probably found at HomeGoods, I want to say. Even though I haven't been there at all recently, but I have been watching YouTube videos of just like lots of people I love to follow and whatnot. But I've been seeing a lot of girls posting Halloween stuff at their local Home Goods, Marshalls, TJ Maxx, which is just wild to me. My town doesn't get it until probably maybe September. Like, we don't get any of that stuff. But we are heading out to Stockton, which is not far from where I live. It's kind of central California, central northern California. And my daughter and I made a map of different like TJ Maxx, Home Goods, Hobby Lobbies, to go see if there are any like little special pieces for Christmas or Halloween coming up. Again, we are going to be doing Christmas in July. It's like a fun tradition that we do. I'll share that with you guys, but it's really, really, like, the kids are already begging me. It's almost, I'm like, July is tomorrow. Are we doing it tomorrow? I'm like, no, I have to go get the tree and like do all the things. But we will be doing it in our new media room, which is going to be so fun because I get to decorate it for the first time. And we've never had a space like this. So I'm really, really excited. I moved all of like our Monopoly, Yahtzee, all of our favorite games our family loves to play, cards, dice, whatever, up there. So it's kind of like this great spot for our family to come together and just enjoy space to either be alone, watch a movie when other kids downstairs want to watch something else. I'm just very, very excited. I feel like for the first time, if you guys have been on this channel for a while, I feel like for the first time I'm starting to feel like this house feels like home. Like I everything kind of starting to have a place. The house still needs so much work, but like for the most part, the day-to-day, I kind of like the kids have their rooms, their shoes have a place. I have my place. Like everything's starting to feel more like home. And when we first moved into this house, I leaned into more of a contemporary modern feel. I'm just so envious of so many other creators that have that kind of black and white, neutral, monochromatic, beautiful decor in their home. It's just not me. And it's very difficult because this is a tract home. So I wanted to kind of lean into that, and it just didn't feel like home. And I think I'm very much a traditionalist, and I love textures. I love plants. I love color. I love books. And I think I'm very much more of like a French country kind of vibe girl. So anywho, I did find that little lamp, okay, at Home Goods. I am obsessed with these lamps. I've never owned one before. They're one of those touch lamps. All you have to do is plug it in. I just bought a bunch of them on Amazon. I will share them in an upcoming video for our bookshelf. I am obsessed with these lamps. It sets such a mood at night. It is so beautiful. This one had a timer. Like, I was beyond thrilled with it, and it really is like my vision is like starting to come together. It felt really good. I decided this looked kind of bare, so I went in the garage and grabbed my box of little birds and butterflies. I love butterflies, so I decided to just tuck those in. I thought it created just a little bit more excitement to an otherwise ordinary little tablescape. And then these topiaries, I actually had the top of the stairs and decided to grab them and bring them down. And they really did bring in the vibe that I was looking for, which is that very simple French country feeling. Now I need to head outside. We're going to pop these heirloom tomatoes into the soil. And I have to tell you, from when I filmed this to today, this garden has exploded. We had our first harvest, which was exciting. I didn't film it, but it was 3 padron peppers. Really exciting. But I have a feeling we're going to be doing lots of harvesting coming up. I don't know why this year, but I feel like I didn't plant a lot. But I'm very excited to see what I am able to harvest this year. This is the seed starts that I did from those awesome planters from Epic Gardening. I'll have it linked down below. Okay, so from this moment to today, these have also exploded, except the tomatoes. None of them propagated, which was a bit of a bummer. And then the chickens came in and ate the tops off of everything. They are still doing well, but my goodness, these chickens are just, they're like our babies. I mean, I don't know. If you want to give Blanca some love, she is broody as always. Give her some love and give this video a thumbs up. We're going to go ahead and get these eggs inside, and then I need to finish decorating. I cannot wait to show you how this all turns out. I just love how everything turned out. It feels so much warmer and inviting. I love these little lamps. I think I'm going to become like a little lamp connoisseur at this point. I'm so excited about these, but I have everything laid out for tonight's dinner and it just feels so good in here. I love how this turned out. I'm going to go ahead and show you the front room, just everything edited down. Again, in the next video, we are going to be dismantling that entire bookshelf, make it beautiful and clean, less cluttered, give it more purpose, especially as I'm starting to think ahead for back to school and things like that. I mean, don't tell my kids I'm thinking about it, but I definitely am. So we'll do a little tour here and then we're going to head into the kitchen and I'm going to show you how to make this incredible green goddess barbecue chicken. It is so good. I decided to add a couple little things like some fingerling potatoes, just something crunchy on the side, and then we're going to build a delicious kale salad to go with it. First off, I'm going to chop up these potatoes. We're going to dress those in a little olive oil and some salt, put those on a baking sheet and bake them in the oven. I want this to be like little crunchy potato bites just on the side. I felt like it'd be good to have a little bit of starch with this dish. And then we are going to make the salad, which is very easy. I'm going to wash up the kale and cucumbers. I'm going to do things like kale, some fresh herbs, some cucumbers, some green onion, just like some really good greens. Because again, this is the green goddess salad dinner. So I thought it would be really great to have a nice robust salad at the base of this. And then we are going to add the chicken that we barbecue on top. I asked my husband to do the chicken, so I'm not going to show you that whole part, but I did think it'd be kind of nice to add a little extra protein because again, that's always kind of at the forefront of my mind is the protein that I am able to kind of like add into my diet as well as having my prime protein. Really helps with the day-to-day, especially while I'm working out. But we are going to hard boil some eggs. I hard boiled, I want to say probably a dozen eggs. And by the time I was done cooking dinner, my kids ate half of them. I don't know about you, but our house, we love hard boiled eggs. I did chop up some and add it into the salad and it gave it a little bit of a Cobb vibe, which was also equally delicious. I forgot to mention I added a little bit of fennel into this, which was in my winter garden, and now I wish I had frozen some of it, although I don't know how well. One of the things I love about fennel is how crunchy it is, and I feel like if you froze it, it would probably be slushy. So all I can say is I love fennel. I don't know. There's something about fennel I just think is so delicious. I made a fennel pizza the other night. I didn't film it, but it was so good. I should probably film that. I did it with caramelized onions. It was delicious. So for this salad, I'm just, again, going to add some delicious greens in here. And then I have a little bowl to the side because I figured the chickabooms would love to feast on whatever I didn't end up cooking with. So we're going to go ahead and give that to them as well. I don't know about you, but I am loving summer nights right now. There is something about that 5, 6 o'clock hour of sitting outside and just enjoying the evening. I typically will just go sit in the backyard and turn on some classical music or some jazz or, I've been very into French music and just watch the birds kind of peck away at things around the backyard. And it's just been really, really peaceful. Sometimes I'll do a little reading. It just kind of depends, but I don't know if you have chickens, you understand it. If you don't, there's something just very cathartic about watching chickens. One of the things I love about our chickens is I do believe they understand. I think chickens are very smart, but I do believe they understand when I call their names, they will come running. When I talk to them, when I say, good morning, chicka booms, they come running out, which again, if you've been on this channel, you've seen that. But there is just something so wonderful about the chickens. So one of my kids is obsessed with green beans. So I decided to make some green beans. I'm just going to blanch these eggs to get them to stop cooking. I just add a little bowl with some ice and water, and I always find that they're absolutely perfect this way. And then we're going to make some green beans. I chopped those up and threw them in the salad. 10 out of 10. I think blanched green beans are my new favorite thing. They are so good. The next day I had a little bit left over. I was dipping it in that green goddess dressing and having it for an afternoon snack, and it was sublime. I highly recommend doing a little green bean goodness. Usually I chop up celery, cucumbers, and carrots during the week, but this was really, really good. Okay, so now the best part. We did the chicken. I marinated that in that green goddess marinade. Oh my goodness. We're going to bake this. And then I had my husband finish this off on the barbecue. This was so the flavors were so robust and delicious. Highly recommend this. And the char from the barbecue, so good. It was like a burst of green goddess summer goodness. I absolutely love this. Again, I will have this link down below if you guys are looking for a very healthy, delicious recipe to make for dinner, all from scratch. And from the garden, not all from the garden. I definitely should plant some kale. Okay, I've already made a to-do list just in doing this video today of things I want to get done before summer's end, and I will take you guys along with me. So here is the dinner we have for tonight. I have some crunchy fingerling potatoes on the side, a delicious green salad with green goddess dressing, topped with some wonderfully marinated chicken that has been barbecued. This was a 10 out of 10. You guys want to check it out? I'll have it linked down below. Okay, thank you for joining me on today's video. Don't forget to check out Prime Protein, guys. It is so essential to your health, and I will see you in the next video real soon. Bye.